I mold my opponents, make them tired, take them down.
This guy is not in my level.
KHABIB is trying to smash his face.
Welcome back.
You're a phony, a fake.
Last year, GSP said there were
press
three
conference.
types of people in combat sports: the fighters, the athletes.
GSP is also one of my favorites. I wish KHABIB and GSP could have made that fight actually happen.
But with a
Would've been my dream
relentless work
fight.
ethic, insane natural ability, and dominance, the choice regarding
Oh, this is my
Russia's
boy right here.
undisputed lightweight king isn't so straightforward.
So strong.
Now enjoying retirement, we retrace the legacy of a humble.
All right, let me tell you all the truth
champion
about
who never
KHABIB.
lost,
In my
never
opinion, what
bled,
makes him so
and was
good.
never visibly.
That's how
I think it's the cardio.
KHABIB
Of course, it's his mentality, but I think it's also the cardio that he gets, the stamina that he's able to put out there, because he's from the mountains, guys. The air that he breathes in that altitude,
After fighting KHABIB,
his heart must be bigger, his lungs must be bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's just a big advantage when it comes to fighting.
16-0 is the mixed martial arts record, and he's just 23 years old.
10 years ago, the Russian signed the dotted line, entering the UFC's lightweight roster on a 6-fight deal.
KHABIB Nurmagomedov versus Trujillo.
Straying under the radar, he picked up his first handful of victories.
I remember this
dragging
fight too.
opponents the
Took him
distance,
down like
crushing,
20-something
mauling,
times.
and slamming them in the process.
When I still remember him, he's like, I just went back and watched this.
With
You
an
know?
ever-evolving
I'm pretty
style,
new to
KHABIB would beat
MMA
Rafael
in terms of being a
dos
fan.
Anjos, his first top 5 opponent.
I'll say I started being a
without
fan maybe like
losing a
5 years
single
ago.
round.
Look how aggressive this kid is. I just want to see who's got the style to handle this guy.
Some were convinced, others
Aggressive.
not so much. But everybody.
It's tough when someone's pressuring you like that.
He needs
Especially when you throw the best shots at them and
Before
he's
you
still
were here,
coming
you
at
started in
you.
the press room somewhere,
Pretty,
telling everybody to
disturbing.
listen, hey, he's undefeated, he deserves to be next. Is he what you think?
Hey, Gordy.
It would be 2 years later, following a series of freak knee injuries, that KHABIB would finally be back in
Anthony
action.
Pettis didn't want that smoke, boy.
I can't wait.
Oh, this fight never happened, man.
Unfortunately, Tony
Honestly,
Ferguson
another fight that
had
shouldn't
health issues
have happened, to be honest, because
leaving
KHABIB would have most
Pennsylvanian Daryl
likely.
the Saint Porcher with the opportunity of a lifetime.
Here, UFC give me fight versus Tony.
I'm here.
16 April, I'm here. Where's Tony?
Please shut up.
Tony is pull out. Please shut up. I have fight, Daryl Horcher. I have to focus this guy.
I don't think you can stand with me. There's nobody on the planet who can stand with me. All I do is touch you. Whether we're on the ground or we're standing up, that's all it takes.
Oh, he must have been capping so hard.
On 9 days notice than KHABIB himself, you know, but he's just a man. They're all the same.
They're all the same, but they're not equal,
At
boy. I
the
keep trying to tell people, not
160-pound
everybody's
catchweight,
equal.
Porcher was a huge underdog,
And you're not meant to be.
and as the fight unraveled, it became more and more apparent why.
The amount of work you put in is going to determine your value.
I'm going to touch him, and he's not going to like my power.
Though with
That guy did not
embrace
want a
and
hug.
show of respect, it was a night that highlighted the more amicable side of mixed martial arts.
I came up short in my debut.
Tough guy. When he
Played the #1 guy in the division on 8-day notice. You know, I
Whoa,
lost
wait, that was
25
his
pounds in 7
UFC
days.
debut?
I came off the couch. I hadn't trained in months. This was my real debut.
Oh, I don't know.
The guy's an animal. I truly think he is the best lightweight in the world.
With Eddie Alvarez
Eddie
sidestepping
Alvarez is
KHABIB
also a
in
guy that I like
exchange
a
for
lot.
Red Panty Night.
And I thought he was going to do a little bit better
It was
when he
another
fought against
tough,
Conor.
quick, and confident American that would take his place.
This guy, Michael Johnson, is also a threat, man. I'm telling you, people always talk about how KHABIB never fought anybody. Check his resume again. Check his resume again. You all go
Michael
see.
Johnson already beat Tony Ferguson.
It's just that he
Barboza,
made everybody
Marathon
look
guys.
like he wasn't
He's
fighting
not
nobody.
easy
He
fight.
just ran through everybody.
Tony aside, Michael Johnson was the only man calling out KHABIB and labeling him as one-dimensional.
No, I'm here to take care of business. I'm here to fight. I'm here. I hope he tries to test
Oh,
it out
Michael
on
Johnson, I
Saturday,
like you, bro.
I'm
Why you
looking
was
forward to
capping like
one.
that?
Whilst Johnson, too, deserves credit for stepping up to the plate, his fate was no less brutal.
It almost seems like they're shocked at how strong he is.
Listen, that he's pounding Michael Johnson. I go to smash your boy.
Yeah,
Make no
dude.
mistake.
Talking to him in the process, the Eagle swept him up, dropped him, and then drowned
Like his.
him.
Я мог ему сломать руку, я ему 2-3 раза говорил, чтобы он сдался.
It's one thing that someone be talking shit to you while you're fighting, but bro, you guys are fighting in front of thousands of people, and he's doing that.
Прежним.
Michael should tap.
He wasn't even gonna tap there, or did he tap? I'm not sure if the ref stopped it or he tapped, but I don't think
Both men showed quickly switched to the lightweight.
they made up.
title.
They hugged afterwards.
One
That's
man
good.
in
Good
particular.
respect.
I want to fight with your chicken because this is number
Here we
one
go.
easy fight in lightweight division. I think I deserve this, but this is up to main event. Because if Conor win, of course he no take this fight.
Who presented the toughest challenge in your opinion?
I mean, that's got to be Khabib. I mean,
yeah, why she ask that question? He's like, bro, you saw what happened to me, huh? What you mean? Like, that's my toughest fight. That's tough stuff for anybody in the division right now.
Barboza that would look to halt the Russians' route to the top.
KHABIB, I know he's a true fighter, but Conor, I prefer don't talk
This is
about him,
Barboza's
but he's
another.
not a true fighter.
I love that guy. You heard him? Yeah, Conor over there talking shit. Look where Conor's at now. Again, I'm not talking shit because I'm not a fighter. I'm just
best lightweights in the
as a
world
fight
fighting,
fan.
you know. He definitely one of the best. I mean, one
If
of the
there's anybody
best.
to emulate, I'd say
That's
it'd be Khabib,
very
you know what I'm
excited for this
saying?
fight.
The fight itself felt like a slow, brutal execution.
Yeah, this fight was. It looked like he was suffering.
Jordan in his prime. You just can't cover the guy. It's almost like he's the only one on the court. Yeah. Nurmagomedov, it was like he was the only one.
Dude, that's so fun. I tell all my friends that, you know what I'm saying, that this guy, like, the feeling that I get whenever he's performing, even with Khamzat I don't feel like this, but when Khabib was performing, it was like Michael Jordan type of, you know, action that was going on. You had to watch it. You felt like you weren't going to get this ever again, so you had to watch it right now. And I miss him a lot, man. I wish he would have kept fighting, but I'm glad that he's doing what he's doing.
Khabib looked terrible in that fight. He's just barreling down, coming straight forward like
Kevin
a tank.
Lee's always talking
You know,
shit.
I got a little more style than I got a little more.
I think it's a bit vain, but Khabib, because he's probably, I'm probably his biggest fan in the UFC.
Yeah,
So
You really think he looked terrible in that fight? Khabib? The man looked the same that he did.
Why did everybody keep saying that? That he's not getting better. I thought he was getting better every fight.
They checked, they looked at me, and they said,
He was always
"You don't
using
look
more.
good. You can't do it." That's all that happened.
More
And it worked
grappling,
out.
like he was when he first came to the UFC. He was always using just kind of that wrestling, but then he started mixing both of them together.
With a chance to snatch
Each and every fight.
You'd have to pay me $2 million.
This is the championship fight right here.
Khabib. I don't want to fight that guy. You see what happened to Barboza? Nuts.
They're getting beat up to the point where they want out. And that's something that you're never going to see.
That's true. He does have heart. I remember this fight too, and yeah, he does have heart. I actually watched this fight,
If you
so.
can bring King Kong and he can make 155, let's go.
The New Yorker's takedown defense and awareness was indeed on point.
That was
Especially
very
against the fence.
intriguing was the fact that Iaquinta was able to get back up.
Unfortunately for him, this was the night we found that Khabib's striking had improved greatly.
Khabib was hitting his opponent and not getting hit back.
People want to act like that wasn't a dominating fight. Like, oh, what about Iaquinta? He went 5 rounds with Khabib. Like, okay, some people are just tough.
Calm
Like,
under pressure.
it's not like Khabib wasn't winning every round, dominating.
But with the American referring to him as a monster post-fight, it was still going to take something otherworldly to stop him.
Now, I want to fight with George St. Pierre in New York, Madison Square Garden. Hey!
He's good in certain positions. He's amazing in. And he's also amazing at getting to the positions that he's amazing.
He wanted his, what's his name? I forgot. He wanted to get that in there so bad. Dude, this is crazy. When Conor did this, when Conor and Khabib fought.
Thus far in his career, Khabib's grace and humility had repelled the majority of bad blood or trash talk. However, as we know, this was all about to change.
When I watched this press conference,
putting a bad beating on this little glass.
I knew this was the beginning of the end for Conor, like, because he never went about press conferences that way. Just the way he was talking, like that right there, like that little slap intimidation thing. I was already feeling fishy about that when he did it against Nate Diaz, but when he did it right there against Khabib, and Khabib was like, you know, like, dude, like, what is that? Like, we're really gonna fight? Like, that you can do that all you want, but we're really still gonna get in the cage and fight? When I saw that, I was like, okay, this is it for Conor McGregor.
Different fighter. If you wanna stop it, you
and I'm still a Conor McGregor fan, but you know, sometimes you can just see things and know when someone's not the same. And this fight, you definitely saw that. He did good though. Conor did good. He went 4 rounds. I mean, when we talk about good against Khabib, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing with Michael Jordan. Like, oh, someone did good against him, but it's like, how good did they actually do? You know what I'm saying?
A bittersweet ending to the sport's highest-grossing pay-per-view.
Conor gets a hard time about his cardio all the time, but who has Khabib faced that didn't look like that after 2 rounds?
That's right.
I just misinterpreted his efficiency. He was very efficient and he took shots well.
A lot of people have been asking.
That was the interview after the Conor McGregor fight.
In Khabib's game on Where do I think
That
he
Conor
makes
had long
mistakes?
hair. That was
I don't really need him to be weak for me to be strong. You know, I don't need huge glaring holes. I'm going to create them.
What are your plans as champion?
I just want to maul people. This is what I want to do. I'm gonna wrestle.
I just want to maul people.
Make him tired and make him tap. This is my plan.
A year later,
you can only talk like that. Like a lot of fighters right now are kind of like saying things similar to like what Khabib just said. But like I said, this sport is very real. Like you have to be realistic in everything. You know what I'm saying? Not just the fighting, even like the way people are emotionally. You have to read body language. Like I know people like want to underestimate that, but you know what I'm saying? I think that's very valuable information that you can take away. And from Khabib, if I was someone that was gonna fight Khabib, and I heard him saying those words, he's just someone that you could tell that his words hold weight. You know what I'm saying? He's telling the truth. He honestly believes all those things. And if someone honestly believes all those things, what can you tell yourself? Oh, he must work hard. You know what I'm saying? He must really be good. You know what I'm saying? And I think that all of them, they're not gonna admit it, but they already know that. You know what I'm saying? Going into the fight, of course they're not scared. They're fighters. They're gonna fight Khabib, and you know what I'm saying? They're gonna test themselves. But I do believe that they all kind of do know. If I make one little mistake, man, it's done, and I'm not getting out of this.
And with times like this, be graceful.
And his feet are like hands.
Yeah, no, you can do like this instead of be graceful after the fight. You know, it's great competition.
So good.
You know, people know who both of these guys are. They know what they're both capable of, and that's why this fight.
I remember when this fight happened, I was shaking. Not even lying, guys.
He's not gonna be able to do what he wants when he's.
I'm also a big fan of Justin Gaethje too. I know someone said I'm a grappling fanatic, but
striker and a man with new
man, this guy's exciting.
Justin Gaethje was considered the man with the best chance of dethroning the champion.
I never saw that. All I saw was maybe the leg kicks being trouble. I knew Khabib would eat the punches and stuff, but I thought the leg kicks, ooh, maybe the leg kicks might be a problem if Khabib doesn't grab a hold of one of his legs. You know what I'm saying?
He pointed at him and said, "You have jet lag."
During the fight?
During the fight, he said, "You have jet lag." He said, Gaethje said, "No, I don't," and hit him with a left hook and an uppercut.
That happened? Yo, they must be making some shit up sometimes, bro. Because I watched that live, and Khabib pointed at him, but to say those words,
another day at the office.
You got jet lag.
He does things to world-class guys that makes you just confused.
Khabib told his own corner to quiet down. As
That's
the fight
just the
ended,
thing, bro.
Which speaks for itself. And Gaethje's
These are world-class
response and
people.
defeat might even have gained him more fans than a victory.
Boom. And that's the video. Woo. So yeah, guys, that guy right there, Khabib, that is my favorite fighter of all time. Not just today or, you know, he already retired, but I'm talking about all time. Just his mentality, the way he goes about life. You know, I watched all the Will Harris production videos, and when you watch him fasting for Ramadan and all these things, the way he interacts with, you know, just strangers, it's a role model. Khabib's not just a fighter or, you know, a father or a friend. He's just a great role model, and not everybody that has that same stardom that he has is a great role model. That's what people confuse a lot nowadays, is the role model aspect with the fame. You know, I was probably talking a lot in this video, guys. I'm sorry. It's that every time I see Khabib, I just start going on rants and rants and rants. But yeah, this guy is the what's the word I'm looking for? He's the bar that everybody, you know, should probably set. You know what I'm saying? Because there is nobody else that's been like him ever since, besides Khamzat, and not even Khamzat. Khamzat is gassing out. Islam, you know, he did lose. He got knocked out. So it's just that you know, that O really stood out. You know what I'm saying? His grappling when he's fighting people, his pressure, that's really what makes the difference. It's his pressure, his ability to take shots and still come at you. Because if you're throwing, you know, even 100%, you're tiring yourself out, you're not damaging the guy, and he's still coming forward. You know he's going to want to take you down, and you actually can't stop him from taking you down. So your best shot was to try and hit him, but that's not working. So now you're going to try and go to plan B, which is defend the takedown. But you know you can't do that. And that's when you start seeing their facial expressions change, their body language change. And that's when you see Khabib almost like draining someone's battery. That's what he's doing to them. On top of that, he has great technique. whenever he does get the fight to the ground. It's not just the wrestling. He has great top pressure, and he has great jiu-jitsu. I mean, let's just call it grappling, you know what I'm saying? He has great grappling. Once he gets to the floor, he's immediately playing with the legs. He's immediately manipulating the body. He's using the Dagestani handcuff or whatever people want to call that. He's using a lot of things. He's setting you up already. He's hitting you, knowing that you're gonna do some defensive move. So okay, you're gonna defend. Okay, this is now what I'm gonna do if you do that. So now if you do this and defend this kind of way, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. But if you do this, now I'm gonna do that. That's what Khabib's doing whenever he fights these guys. He already knows what he's gonna do. When you have like a plan, and people talk about having plans all the time, but what I mean by plans is going in there and literally when that happens, this is what I'm gonna do. Not a plan as in if the fight takes place here, this is what I'll do. No, you have to dictate everything, and that's not something everybody can do. But alright guys, if you guys did like this video, go leave a like and a comment down below. But other than that, thank you guys for joining me today. If you guys did like more videos of MMA, please let me know. And I'll do, you know, tons of other guys, not just grapplers, but strikers as well. Alright guys, thank you so much. Peace.